Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series of 12 items from Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford using Polychromo pencils. We have a flamingo to colour today. I'm not sure that I've ever coloured a flamingo for you before, so I have coloured them before, but I'm not sure I've done one on video, so that's rather fun. Now, flamingo's colour is quite interesting. It can be quite pink, it can be quite orange, or somewhere in between. I'm going to go for somewhere in between, I think. So I'm going to start with this colour. This is the salmon. My pencil lies. It's called, I think, hang on, now I'm doubting myself. Yeah, it's salmon. And I'm going to do the flamingo all over with the salmon, not the beak or the legs to start with. And then we're going to add a little bit of orange just to change the colour up a bit. I'm probably not going to worry too much about the feathered look, but if you colour in the direction the feathers will go, which would be down the neck and then across the belly, probably like that, then you might get a little bit of that effect showing without too much effort. Now I realise Johanna's drawn some little feathery bits and things like that on here. We will potentially do something with that after, but let's just concentrate on the colour and then we'll think about that in a minute. Now I haven't experimented with this, but I am thinking that this is this the orange glaze? Yeah, I think the orange glaze might be the best one. Now don't put it on too hard. I'm just putting a bit on to make a sort of pinky orange look, and then yeah, I think that's getting there. I might put another layer of pink on top. Now some flamingos are very orangey, as I said. You can, if you want to, have a look at some pictures or colour it the way you enjoy colouring them, the colour that you like, but I don't like them when they're too orange. I prefer a more pinky tone, so that's just me. So I'm actually going to grab the salmon again and put another layer of this one on top, just to sort of finish it off, get slightly more pinky, and then we'll think about some shadows and things like that and what to do down here in a minute. As I say, I just want to get this colour right. I'm feeling happy now. We're quite lucky with Polychromos because we've got a good range of colours. You don't always need to be mixing colours to get the colour you want. You know, you might want to make them lighter or darker, but to actually blend two colours together or layer two colours up, which is effectively what we're doing, it's quite rare. I've just realised that maybe this bit should be grass, like it's got a little grassy bit on his back. Oh, never mind. There's not a lot I can do, I don't think, but what I am going to do is darken some of these areas, like under here. I'll think about that in a minute. To add a little bit of shadow. I don't know whether just another layer of this will do. I'm looking, I've got some darker colours I could use, but I think it might make it look too dark. So I'm wondering whether if just a bit here will be enough. It's not going to show up. No. Right, I am going to use this. This is the Venetian red, and I'm going to use that for my shadowing. So under the chin here, where I think it would be a little bit darker, just going to scumble a bit there, and then down the neck on the outside, keep it quite thin, like that, and there'd be a bit on this side too. Keep it thin. You can scumble it in a little bit so you haven't got a line, and then along the bottom here a little bit. I don't want too much, and then we'll use this for these, so a bit here and there, and now I'm thinking darker at this end, and it does look quite red. I think I'm just going to go over the down here where I'm going to go over it with the orange just to try and make it look a little less red, these bits. I think that's better. It isn't right, but it's better. If that makes any sense. Now, beaks and legs. Now, I'm actually just going to get my pink, my salmon, and just scumble over this a bit because it isn't blended in very well. Yeah, beaks and legs. Tricky. Often they're similar colour to the body and feathers. Sometimes they're grey, and I'm thinking doing them grey would add a contrast to what we've done already, and I'm sort of tempted to do that. And the beak can have black in as well, so just gonna have a think. I think we'll start with the end of the beak, which tends to be black, so we'll do that bit first. So here's the black. They don't always, but I think we'll put a little bit there, like that. Then it tends to be sort of pink and then white. Try our salmon, just a tad. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now legs wise, it's a sort of mixture of grey and pink. Maybe if we put the salmon down first, let's try this. Put the salmon down first, and then we use some black or grey, probably grey, black's a little bit harsh, to put a bit of shadow and things in. But we won't make this so orange, and then it will look different to the body, because I don't want us to, it's sort of all to merge into one. But I use a cool grey. So this is the cold grey, sorry, 5, and I'm sort of thinking it might be a little bit dark here under the body. Let's just do this front leg first. I'm thinking there'll be some shadow here. Yeah, maybe here, not under the foot, like that, and then underneath there. And then for this one we're going to get shadow under there, and here where the legs are crossed over, and then there'll be some under here, like that. I'm wondering about those knees, but I think we'll leave them. It's normally the knees a bit rounded. I suppose we could do this, sort of marking a rounded bit, just to make the knee look a bit more rounded. It's up to you. Okay, so I have thought about this bit here, and I don't think there's anything I can do. I'm just going to leave it. I'm sorry if you thought it should have been green. Maybe you've done it green anyway. I don't know. But what we need to do is to pick some leaf colours that match this colour of orangey pink. I think olives, maybe. Yeah, let's try this. This is the chromium green opaque. We'll use this first. I'm going to use 2 colours on those leaves. I know they're small, but I've left my sharpener next door. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I emptied the sharpener after the white pencil yesterday. In yesterday's video, didn't want to sharpen. Left it next door by the bin. Chromium green, how's you doing? I've noticed that even my young people, you know, my 19-year-olds, they do things like that too. It makes me feel good when they do that. I know that sounds a bit mean, but it makes me realise that, you know, it isn't just my very old age, as they remind me, that causes me to do things like that. It is just, you know, it happens to everyone. I'm going to go lighter now with the earth green yellowish and just finish those off. I'll go right over what I've done and then just take the colour right to the tip, like that. I've been thinking about these flowers. Now, do we do them in sort of orangey pinks? I think no. I think we need to do them in a different colour. To trying to match this up, it's going to look too samey anyway. So what colour is going to match this? Well, I don't think purple or pink or orange, but red, maybe red. Blue, I'm just scratching my head, having a think. I'm wondering whether to do them in 3 shades of blue. Gives us a contrast then and some interest. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with the sky blue. So I'm going to use my sort of grey blues. I think they'll be the ones that will match the best. And I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to make it darker near the centre and then less towards the tip of the petal. And I'm going to follow that same method throughout all my flowers and, well, all the petals. Okay, like that. We're going to use a different blue for the next one. We're just going to go within the same sort of shade, so light ultramarine, which is just a slightly darker version, I think, of the sky blue. And I'm going to do this one. I don't want to go light, dark, darkest, so I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. You may not barely notice that the colours are that different anyway, but I'll know. There we go. And then the same with the ultramarine. You may have guessed that I was going to use that colour. Here it is. It's everyone's last day today. This is going out way later. I'm recording in advance as I tend to, but it's half term next week, and weirdly university has a week off. I don't know why, but they do. Just blocking that in a little bit more so you can really see that that one's darker. I mean, I don't want it to be really dark, but you know. The centres I'm going to do in a yellow. I'm just picking really which yellow. I think I'm just going to grab this one. This is the light cadmium yellow. Oh, I think I'll just use that. And I'm going to do the same for all of them. Yes, so boys have a week off after today. It's Thursday today actually. No one's ever in on a Friday. Just coincidentally. And next week they're off. I think it's called Progress Week or something. But what it means, no, Planning Week. But they can work on their assignments is the plan. I want a bit more in those flowers. I'm going to give it a thought. Yeah, I'm going to use this. This is the olive green yellowish. And I'm going to use it at the base of each of these just to give them a bit more interest. Do I have to do this bit? And husband suddenly realised he's got tons of holiday to use up, so he's going to take the week off as well. So that's nice. And I am not. This is Jelly All 5. I can't take the week off. When you run a business, you can't take time off really. I occasionally do, but it's tricky, and I don't want to. I'm enjoying my new book. I'm just looking at this, whether I want to put any bits of white on, but I don't think I do. I'm quite liking it just like that. So no, I won't be taking time off, but I'll be having fun, so it doesn't matter. Right, there we go. There is our flamingo. I think I'm really pleased with how the colours come out, I have to say. Yeah. So that's it's rather cute. Yeah, thank you for watching today. And oh, we've got flying fish tomorrow. What am I going to do with them? Ooh. That'll be interesting. Anyway, thank you for watching today. Have a super day and come back tomorrow and see what I'm going to do with some flying fish. Thank you and happy colouring.